Reclaiming your identity. I define it as the courage to celebrate your story and heritage with the freedom of choosing who you want to be without being stopped by any inside or outside sources. Dear fellow humans, how are you today?
Good.
Notice I didn't say ladies and gentlemen, leaders, students, or professionals, just humans. How did my greeting land in your body? Because for a moment, I chose not to see your race, your culture, your social status, or your achievement. I chose to speak to the very essence of who you are. And that essence is one of the most universal wounds of humanity is not poverty, war, or failure. It is the denial of our human nature by others. Know that this denial always begins with a single question, sometimes with a look. Who are you? Are you your job, your marital status, your success, your past, your pain? Or are these simply layers placed on top of something deeper? See, the moment we start believing we are only what society names us to be, the moment we reduce ourselves to titles, roles, expectations, and scripts we did not consciously choose, we for sure fade away from the truth. The Bible tells us that we were created in the image of God. Science says that we are the product of evolution, Homo sapiens, the most intelligent species on earth. But today, relax. I'm not here to convince you to adopt a belief system. I am here to invite you to reclaim who you are. 6 years ago, as in this picture, I was celebrating my 25th birthday. At the time, I was newly married, 5 months pregnant, educated, and I had a job that could help me put food on my table. On paper, it looked like I've checked most of my boxes. And if you would have asked me then, who are you? My answer would have been clear: confidence and socially acceptable. I was a wife, a daughter, an expected mother, and I was working in a stable institution. See, but what I didn't know was within 1 month from that exact same day, everything I believed defined me will be stripped away. So the following month, May 2020, I lost my dad, my child, my hopes, and eventually I lost myself. Grieving my father consumed my emotional and physical capacity. At the same time, I was carrying life inside me. I didn't have people or tools that could help me separate grief from gestation. So let me paint the picture. May 11, my dad passed away. May 16, we buried him. I kept on bleeding. And May 23rd, I was induced into labor. I gave birth to my son, and I lost him. One of the darkest chapters of my life. See, in one season, I lost the identity of being both a daughter and a mother. When everything you believe define you is stripped away, you are forced to meet the self beneath the titles. I had to grieve, to fight, to breathe, to live, and eventually I had to rediscover my identity outside of the people that I loved. I still had to discover who I was without those roles. And I'm glad I took the journey that saved me. So 6 years after, the same question returned. So who are you now? A question that tests the very foundation of your existence. I'm glad I finally have an answer to that question. I am a female human being, as you can see. My brain works perfectly fine. I am peace to my surrounding, like my name, Salem. And I am courage for the next generation. One fact to know is human existence is contextual. Oppression, whether social, emotional, historical, or cultural, teaches us one thing very well: to hide our voice, to shrink, to silence ourselves, and feel guilty for wanting more. But reclaiming your identity requires courage. And today, I want to share with you 5 steps that helped me then and can help you today reclaim yours. Are you ready? So step 1, celebrate your culture, heritage, and origin. Be at peace with your story. Where you come from was not your choice, but it is meaningful and purposeful. I am a proud Congolese woman from Kwilu Province, Masimanimba District, and Kinzenzengo Territory. My beauty is a mix of Pende and Sokos tribe. Thanks to my mom and dad, I know exactly where I come from. I invite you to do the same. Your culture is not a limitation. It is your wealth. You are rich because of that. So reclaim your language, your traditional dishes, your natural hair, your tribe's fabrics and crafts, your grandparents' stories, myth, or legend, like mine. Yela, yela, yela kiwi yela ma ye, yela, yela, yela kiwi yela ma ye, mwana mame. When you show up in the world, you are not alone. You arrive backed by generation of wisdom. Their stories shape you. And that's the only layer of your identity that you did not choose. And please, whatever comes with it, good or painful, know this: you are always one decision away from becoming who you want to be. So step 2, embrace the full range and complexity of your dreams. Whose shoes do you want to wear in this life? Where do you want to serve the world and your community? Is it as an astronaut, a teacher, an entrepreneur? Do not let external voices, stereotype, or silent social rules edit your dreams. Your dreams are not arrogant. They are triggers and signals of your potential yet to be revealed. You are unique, so please do humanity a favor to experience the world through your imagination. Invest in your education. That will definitely open up doors for your dreams to come true. Step 3, accept society's no without internalizing it. You know, the human brains know how to handle positive outcome, but society will say no, and very often. Not because you are incapable, but because your existence challenges its system and comfort. Rejection is not a verdict on your worth. Sometimes no means calibration for good timing, or redirection for purpose, impact, or significance. No can also mean perseverance or endurance. Choose positive intent before damaging your self-worth and confidence because of the no's from your environment. Step 4, be comfortable when others are uncomfortable of your success or your becoming. Growth always disrupts all dynamics, familiar system, and inherited patterns. And that discomfort is not your responsibility to fix. You know, when I decided to reclaim my identity, it started with something simple but deeply symbolic: my hair. In 2024, I stopped relaxing it to recover its natural pattern. In 2025, I struggled between hiding it in braids or fully embracing it. A trip to Bombolmene gifted me with a reconnection with nature that completely freed me. After the trip, I cut my relaxed edges and embraced being fully natural. You know what followed? Mockery, doubt, and pressure to conform. They call my natural hairstyle childish. They say grown women wear extensions, wigs, and braids. They predicted I would go back. But I chose relief over approval, identity over validation, and authenticity over discomfort. I didn't just change my look, I reclaimed my identity. So reclaim your identity boldly and dare to be authentic regardless of external discomfort. Step 5, think like an ancestor. Ask yourself this question: what should my grandchildren thank me for? Not only materially or physically, but emotionally and humanly. What legacy will your healing pass through your genes, your courage, and values? The choice is yours today to breathe and live as a dignified human being. Dear fellow humans, we are worthy of the full range of humanity: joy and grief, dreams and doubt, strength and vulnerability. Reclaiming your identity is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Thank you.